everyone. We are going to create another project number 8, I suppose. Yeah, project number 8. Like how to use a launch screen in SwiftUI app. So the launch screen is the first. You can create a nice launch screen, and that will be the first screen which will come, and after that it will it will go to the app, whatever the app you are trying to look at. So it will then process that app. So first it will launch the launch screen, and then, or you can say, launch the splash screen, and then it will go ahead and then make sure that it processes the app, and then show the result of that also. Okay, right? So let's try this out first. Okay, so now how do we start with it is, see, a launch screen is something which will look a little, which will look great on various simulators. And, once you look at the launch screen, and then, you go ahead, and then it will be processing the next steps, and so there'll be some small wait time will be there, and then it will show the result of the app. Okay, right? So you don't think of launch screen as something. Launch screen has got only, it will have only a background color for that and a image in the middle. Okay, nothing else. Okay, it can also have, it can also show a toolbar. It can show a navigation thing, and it can also show toolbar and then nav bar and all that can show. But it's not very useful for that, like that way. So let's now say like how we will start with this launch screen thing. Okay, so I've already created the launch screen. Okay, I've created the launch screen part. So let me just go ahead, fire up the Xcode. Okay, and when I fire up the Xcode, let me just Xcode beta. Yeah, then search this Mac. Okay, now I'm taking the Xcode beta 3 here. Okay, so now welcome to Xcode. Now I've already got the splash screen example here, splash screen. Okay, so I'm just taking the splash screen. Okay, yeah, this is the project for the splash screen. Okay, this is project for the splash screen. So what we are going to do, it's a very, very simple thing, nothing big about it, but it is a nice thing to see. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so in the content view, let it be there, because it's once it processes the once it launches the screen, then it processes this, and then it will give the result hello world. Okay, but the first image will have the you will see how the launch image looks. Okay, it'll just wait for you for a split second or something like that, and then it will then process whatever it has to process next, and then it will show it in the next screen. Okay, right? So let me just tell you what are all the steps for that. Okay, number 1, the thing is, first thing is, we should have a background color for a launch screen. Don't you agree? Right? So it looks great, right? If you have a background color for a launch screen, it look great. Same way, we can have a kind of an image on the launch screen, right? You can have an image on the launch screen. So let's take these two things. So how do I really look at it now? So I'll go to the assets.xcsets. Okay. Now, if you really look at it, I have created a background here. If you really look at it, how I created it is, I clicked on this plus symbol, and it'll show it as color. See, I'll just show you. When I click like this, there is an image set. See, there's an image set, there's a color set, there's a symbol image set, and data set. So what you have to do is you have to click the color set. So when the color set is clicked, it will show it as color here. It will show it as color. Okay. So when it shows it as color, you can probably say this is a background color. So instead of naming a color, we will give the name as background. Same way, I will go and fetch an image. So this is the image what I have put in there. So that image again, I'll put it here, and see because here again, plus we are saying background. The same way, when we can drag and drop another image here, an image here. When you have it, if you have an image, you can drag and drop that image in that, and you name it as splash image. Okay. It's not necessary that you have to name it as splash image or you have to name it as background, but whatever you are writing here, you will have to. I will let you know in a few seconds. So you have to make sure that these two things are the ones which are important for this right now. Now, how do we really make the launch screen come up? Earlier when we are using iOS storyboards, when we use storyboards, we used to have a way of creating launch screen. Okay. But in case of SwiftUI, we do not have these. Like if you really look at it here, say if I just click on this, I'm saying. Okay. See here you have a launch screen file. But can I do anything here? So I'm not able to do anything here, right? So since I'm not able to do anything here, naturally there should be another way of doing it. Okay, so that is how it has come up with the creating a splash screen in iOS 14. Okay, now so what did I first tell you? I said first go to the assets.exe assets, and then you have to make sure that in this assets.exe assets you should have a color set, and that color set will be when you say color, you will have it as see if I click on this, it will be like this. See I will give a color. This is the background color, like okay, background I have given. So now here what we have to do is, in this case, yeah, one second, I'll just move this here so that you will be able to see it properly. So here, I have given here the name as background, right? So, and it's universal. Universal meaning it can be for either iPhone or iPad or whatever it is, watchOS or whatever. Okay. So it's a universal thing. The color is universal for all the Apple's devices. Okay. Now, if you put as universal, if you say like I want for iPhone this, iPhone or iPad this and all that, then you can do it like you have an option here also. Okay, right. So now what happens is, so now in this case what I will do is I will have this if I want to so you have the color, so you can change the color of this. So if you want to change it as a different color or something like that, so you can click on this. So this has changed the color now, right? So that way, so it has changed the color, but I am going to give the color as background only anyway. Okay. Now next is I am going to use a splash image. Splash image is as I was telling you, this is the splash image, which is the one which I have taken. This is the image. So this image I have put into it and named it as splash image. Okay, understood? Right. So now we require these two things for the launch image, definitely. So now let's have another interesting point which is there here, is something like, there is something called as info.plist. Okay, in the info.plist, it so happens that you have a launch screen information. It requires, it has an ability to have launch screen information. So the launch screen can have many information, like many details. Let me say details. One is the background color, right? So what is this background color going to be for us here? It is going to be background. I won't say the color because the color I have named it as background. So this is background. Same way, I have put an image name, so which is going to be the splash image. That's what I said. It has to be the same names as these two. Follow? Okay. Now let's go back to the info page list. So when you do these two things together, like this is also done and this is also done, right? So then in that case, we are done with the launch screen, and how are we going to invoke it is the next step. So now what we will do is we will have this iPhone 11 Pro simulator. So in that we will be doing this. So click on this first, and then it says build to succeed, and I'm hoping that see here you can see that it is. Look at this. This is what is the screen. This is what is the screen looking like. Okay, so now you can see that, and after that, see, it is showing hello world, because it is after showing that iOS 14 screen, then it is saying that it is trying to go and look at the app, and it is doing that. Okay, so that is what happens. So if you launch a splash screen and then you leave it, you will see the launch screen, and then you will also get to process the other whatever app you're creating. Okay, so it will process the app which you are creating also and give that result also. Okay, so this is how it is. It's very, very simple. So it has got just to reframe this whole thing. A splash screen is one which comes up first with a nice kind of a background color, and also you can have a nice image. Okay, and as I told you, you can also there are also the other things are also there, as I was telling you. So when I click on this, you will see that you will have toolbar, navigation bar, and all those things, which may not be very important for us at this stage. Okay, so that way it is fine. And now when we looked at it, you saw that it was showing first that background color and the iOS that 14 there, and then after that immediately the hello world came, because the splash screen originally had a hello screen here. See, if you see content view of this, so it is just processing that and saying hello world. Okay, so that's what it's been done. It's done. So this is a very, very simple this thing. So probably it's very difficult to keep that thing for a longer time. Like you can't, it will just go away. So you can't really keep that particular thing. But I just took a screenshot for that, so that I can put it in the video, that screenshot also, okay. So now this is how you can create a launch screen for a SwiftUI app. Okay, so this is what it is. Hope you understood it. It's a very, very simple thing, and then it has got just the background color and the image. Okay, the image can be as simple as possible. You don't have to cover it up or a flashy thing or something. It can be very nice to say put a SwiftUI logo. It will look good. It will look very good with that. So you can always do something like that, but don't put flashy screens which is not in tune with the SwiftUI thing, right? So it should be in tune with either with iOS or with SwiftUI, something like that, or iOS 14, or whatever is the version of this, the latest version of the iOS set. Okay, right. Thank you very much, and I'm hoping that you understood this properly, and then we will now the next tomorrow I will so this is basically project 7, and tomorrow I will be giving you the going through the project 8. Okay, so right. Okay, thank you so much, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel and tap the bell icon to get the updates. Okay, right. Thank you.